Yo, what's up, nation? Man, what the fuck? What the fuck? That's all I gotta say. Let's go ahead and kick this thing off, guys, and talk about it. Here we go.
Inside Allegiant Stadium for the first time this year. Touchdown Raiders! Touchdown Raiders! After the touchdown! Through from behind! Ball's out! Big man running! Raiders!
Salute, nation. Good afternoon, y'all. Rare midday pull up, lunchtime pull up. Appreciate everyone pulling up and tapping in with me on this Thursday afternoon. Man, what the fuck is literally my expression. I happened to go ahead and check my phone, and I see this crazy thing literally pop up. So let's go ahead and get into it. I'm not going to wait any longer. Let me go ahead and just pull that up. I put it up on my thing here. All right. There we go. But breaking news, y'all. Breaking news. Amari Cooper officially retires from the Raiders per Ian Rappaport. It is some crazy shit, but let me go ahead and read this to y'all. Ian says come back no more. Raiders wide receiver Amari Cooper has informed the team that he has no longer the desire to play and intends to retire. Per the insiders, Cooper had signed at the end of camp in a hopeful reunion with the team that drafted him. Now he's headed home from Vegas. Man, oh man. It literally, Raiders never fail. They don't seem to fail on the drama. Literally, we're like a few days away from kicking off our 2025 season, and this shit happens. This shit happens. Like I said, I was mixed emotions about him coming back. But I didn't feel he was going to be a big contribution. I figured, man, it's another weapon out there. It's another receiver. He's a vet. But this past week, I think we seen some clips. I don't know if everybody's seen it. I got to go ahead and kind of dig him up. But he kind of struggled during practice. You said it. You heard him say it. The first day he did the presser, he's like, I just came. I didn't sleep much, and he was struggling around the facility trying to keep up with everybody. So could that play a factor? Probably so. Don't know what he was doing during the off season to go ahead and kind of stay in shape. If he was really serious about staying, about really playing this year and whatnot, but yeah, it is crazy news. Obviously, a shocker to everybody. But let me go ahead and before I go any further, let me go ahead and acknowledge chat because chat lives do matter. I appreciate everyone tapping in and rocking with me on this Thursday pull up again. Lady, I told y'all when news goes down, I go on. Don't be left in the dark. Make sure you guys smash that subscribe button if you're not subscribed already. Hit that notification, hit that bell to go ahead and stay in the know when shit goes down. Appreciate everyone pulling up. Really quick shout out to my guy, Robert Pena, saying Coop was a waste of money and time. Matt, you are, bro, hit the nail on the coffin right there. There you go. My guy GMX with the
Raiders.
Y'all already know what time it is. Y'all already know what time it is. Let's see here. Shout out to my guy, Raider Paul in the building with the hold on. Gotta run it back.
Raiders.
My guy Paul. Amari be a hoe. Amari a hoe. Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir, indeed. That dude got no shame. That dude got no shame. I don't know. What he was thinking, and I don't know what Spike Tech was thinking. We're gonna get into it, y'all, for sure. We're gonna talk some fucking shit. Shout out to my guy GMX in the building. He says, "Fuck Amari, fuck Moss, fuck Sapp, fuck Russell, fuck Wilkins, fuck Seymour, D'Angelo Hall, never a Raider, more like Raider traitor. Talk that shit, Gio." There we go. Shout out to my guy Gio again with the
Raiders.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's see. Shout out to my guy Nine Man in the building. Salute, brother. Appreciate you pulling up. My guy Space Beast in the building. One of the mods here at Just Raiders. One of our members here. If you want to be like Space Beast and be a member and be part of the fam, make sure you guys hit that link that's pinned up top. It does go a long way to go ahead and keep the lights on here at Just Raiders and help keep these damn mouse feeds. You guys hear the kids in the back pulling up with the live, man. Daddy daycare in full effect. Y'all already know what time it is. Shout out to my guy Bloody Raider in the building. Salute to you. Appreciate you pulling up. Let's see here. My guy Nowman says he did not cost us a penny. Just to be clear, we probably spent a few thousand, uh, whatever that equated to. I think what a week's worth of pay. That's what he got. On the grand scheme of things, it wasn't much, but hey, it is what it is. But for one thing, it was a waste of time. It was a distraction. He was all over the headlines. A lot of Raider Nation was getting pumped to go ahead and have him back. So I don't know, man. Very mixed emotions. You seeing it, bro. You seeing the emotions come out. Let's see here. Shout out to M85 Seymour, is partial owner of the Raiders. Yes, sir. Signing bonus was 8K. Okay, there you go. So, but you also you tack on that week's work pay. Either way, that's what I'm saying, bro. It doesn't matter the pay. I know that's what Robert says and whatnot, but it's just a waste of time. Literally taking that spot away from somebody else that we could potentially kept on the roster. Now we have to kind of go back and do it all over again. That's time missed in the facility and whatnot. Hang on one second, guys. My son's tripping. Let me go ahead and grab him real quick. Hang on one second. All right. All right. My boy Nick Rader wanted to go ahead and pull up. He was like, "Yo, Pops, gotta get me in. Gotta get me in." There you go. But I do agree that was time wasted, bro. Because again, you're taking away a roster spot from somebody that could have been there, could have been a part of the team, practice time with the backup with Kenny and Gino, um, or even if it's not a receiver, you could have brought in somebody else from a different position. It's still taking up a roster spot at the end of the day, bro. And there's a lot of noise, a lot of distraction by bringing in Amari like that. But let's go ahead and get into it, y'all. So Amari Cooper officially retires from football. The announcement came in literally about an hour ago, hour and a half ago. Made his intentions that he no longer has this desire to go ahead and play and wants to go ahead and retire from football, according to Ian Rappaport. I mean, we've seen this before. This is literally shades of Michael Gallup from last year. He same shit, went out, picked this guy up, signed him. I think like a couple weeks later, a week or two later, he's gone. Right. Announces his retirement, never even set. I think he only set foot in the facility to go ahead and sign his contract. Never did any practice time or anything like that. Again, we saw Amari. If you guys seen some of the footage out in social media, there Amari struggled a little bit during practice a few times. So it was. It makes a little bit of sense seeing that now, why he would want to go ahead and announce his retirement. He was with Pete, you don't fuck around. Pete's going to go ahead and make you work. So, makes sense for that to happen. Okay. Let me actually find this. Let me go ahead and pull this up. Let's see here. All right. All right. Shout out to Sick Highlights on Instagram. Make sure you guys go ahead and give them a follow. But they put this out a couple of days ago. And this is Amari. God! Yes, God! Yes! Yeah, you can see him. He's kind of struggling. He was kind of struggling. So definitely speeding out there. But y'all take it however you want. But seeing that he was having issues. There's another one, I think, like either the day of or day after of him signing his contract, same thing. You could tell he was winded, he was struggling. He said he didn't sleep or he was up for like a whole day plus and whatnot. He didn't get much sleep. So it is what it is. But either way, being in the league for 10 years, he's not the same Amari Cooper that we went ahead and initially drafted. We were going to go ahead and maybe get a fraction of that version that was back in 2015. So, Spike came out and said he was going to go ahead and kind of play on the outside. We knew this. He was going to go ahead and take some reps from Dante Thorne and just kind of fill in the gaps, so to speak, on some of the issues regarding his route running. But a couple articles that came out. If you guys are on Twitter, go ahead and follow me on Twitter. My handle's pinned up top here on the background. But there was an article that was posted, I believe Raiders Beat, and they did mention that he was having issues with his route tree. Lincoln Kennedy also came out and said, this is a guy that we shouldn't really be signing. We shouldn't really go after that name. Go after potential guys that would actually make a factor. But the contribution to Amari was not going to be significant, but also he was going to play somewhat of a role in this offense. At least that's what they had projected. initially. I did catch a little bit of the presser that Chip Kelly did earlier. So again, mixed emotions. But hey, it is what it is. Really quick though, I did put up a poll earlier. I asked you guys, how do you feel about Coop retiring? I don't know. He wasn't going to do anything. I don't like it. Waste of time and money. I am happy for him. Happy retirement. Currently, right now, it is tied between I don't care. He wasn't going to do anything, and I don't like it. Waste of time and money. 38% tied. 25% are happy for him. With 8 votes currently cast. So if you haven't done so, make sure you guys head on over and cast your vote on that poll. If you're on Twitter, make sure you guys go ahead and click that link in my bio. Head on over to YouTube, be a part of the chat. Click, enter your vote on that poll. Let your voice be heard. Appreciate everyone pulling up and rocking with me on this midday pull-up. Appreciate you guys. Let's see here. Spacey said they were in contact for 6 months. Definitely wasted our time. And that's the thing. So I'm glad you brought that up. Hang on one second, guys. All right. So that was one thing that that was brought up. Spytech said that they had been talking for quite a while before they made that move. If you were in contact, I mean, there had to be something. I mean, I'm pretty sure he asked questions regarding like, what kind of workouts are you doing in the off season. So I don't know if there was some bullshit on Amari's part or what was the deal, because that version that I just played for you guys and what's out there is not indicative of somebody who's been working out and try to stay in shape and improve themselves in the off season. I mean, he's come out and said it before about his, off season, his regimen, the way he practices and whatnot. That's always kind of been in question. And it kind of makes sense a little bit. I think it was just to the point now that he either couldn't keep up, or it was just he just didn't want to do it anymore, or both. He didn't want to go out there, couldn't keep up, didn't want to be embarrassed, because obviously a lot of eyes were not all eyes, but a lot of eyes were going to be on him. He knows that criticism was going to come. I mean, shit, I'm over here talking shit. I'm criticizing myself. But it just, he didn't want to put that kind of product out there. Could definitely have been something behind that. So I don't know. It could definitely been something like that. But I'm glad you brought that up, Space Beast. Appreciate you, my guy. My guy Ardell in the building. Appreciate you pulling up. Raider J with the breaking news. Yes, sir. Appreciate you pulling up, my guy. Salute. Let's see. Ardell says, I'm not hating on Amari. That's cool, bro. However you guys feel. There's no right way or wrong way to feel about this. If you're not liking what just went down earlier, cool. If you guys are happy for him, that's cool too. We all feel the way we feel. When the news broke that he was going to be part of the Raiders again, I took this with a grain of salt. Yes, we talked about it. We hyped it up a little bit, but I mean, it's still news at the end of the day. But if you guys been tapping in, you guys heard me. The contribution wasn't going to be a whole lot. Wide receiver 3 or 4 at best. Definitely not 2 or 1 or anything like that. He's not the guy that he used to be for sure. So, yeah. Let's see here. Pull up. Make sure you guys go ahead and get your question in. And it's going to be a short live. I'll be on for probably another 20 minutes or so, guys. I got the rocking with the kids today, so you already know what time it is. Let's see. Donna, shout out to Donna. Appreciate you, sis, pulling up. We are freaking cursed. Facts for sure. Let's see here. Gio says Cooper knows best. I'm good with his decision. Next man up. Right, for sure. Um, uh, Troy says we just signed another wide receiver to the team and just paid Myers. We will sign another wide receiver to the team and just pay Myers. Facts, bro. Facts. And I'm glad you I'm glad you brought that up. Let's go ahead and kind of talk about that really quick. Hang on 1 second. All right. We're trying to do the damn thing today. Bear with me, y'all. All right, here we go. All right. So what does this mean to the receiver room? Obviously, Amari's gone. He was on that depth chart. He is not there no more. What does this mean for the Raiders? Who is out there? Who is available? Let's go ahead and pull up and let me check spot track. There's some pickings, guys. I'm gonna just tell you guys that right now. For a wide receiver free agent, it's not a whole lot out there. Let me see if I can pull this up. Okay. Free agent wide receivers. Okay, here we go. All right. Pull up wide receiver. All right. Available. Let me just go ahead and share this. All right, y'all. Here we go. All right. So hopefully you guys can go ahead and see the screen. Try to zoom in a little bit more. There we go. All right. So right now, what's currently out there in free agency, you have Gabe Davis, and Gabe Davis, Nelson Aguilar, Tyler Boyd, Brandon Powell, Jamison Crowder, Deontay Hartley, Allen Robinson, Nisma Webster, Devin Tompkins, and the list goes on, guys. So obviously, you already see the familiar face in Nelson Aguilar with having him being with us a few years back. He's 32 years old. So kind of around the same age as Amari. I think the speed is still a little bit there. You got Tyler Boyd as well from Tennessee. You got Gabe Davis. He's out there. So it just depends what they want to go ahead and do. Honestly, what I think would probably make the better sense. I mean, you're just bringing a guy at this point for depth. You're not really bringing an impact player. If that's what the intention is, I don't really see that really happening. But I think what probably makes the more sense is to go ahead and bring in somebody from our practice squad up to go ahead and be that depth piece. You had Shedrick Jackson had a pretty good preseason. You got Alex Bachman, another guy that you can go ahead and pull up and bring up as well. He had a pretty good preseason as well. So you have a few options there. I would rather go ahead and give an opportunity to one of those guys in practice squad. But if they are really serious to go ahead and bring in somebody else, it would probably be somebody from that free agency. Space B says Gabe Davis is currently on the Buffalo's practice squad. Yes. So if that does happen, they can still go out and get Gabe Davis. There's nothing that would potentially prevent that from happening unless Buffalo says no. So the process will be they would go out and go ahead and try to sign Gabe Davis. They would have to go ahead and put him to the active roster. He would not be able to go ahead and be put on the practice squad. Buffalo has to go ahead and sign off on it as well. And that's how that process would be if they want to go ahead and pursue that angle. Again, I don't know. It could go different ways, but probably the more realistic choice, and I think that potentially could happen, is that they call up somebody from the practice squad. If they do decide to go ahead and sign somebody, for example, like Gabe Davis or Nelson Aguilar or somebody that's tied into a practice squad, it's probably won't happen until the following week. So there's different ways that this thing can go ahead and get played out. But it's either get somebody from free agency or call up Def from the practice squad to go ahead and fill in that spot. If you want to go ahead and bring in another receiver now, they can go ahead and go a different route and have, they can go ahead and call another tackle up, a different position and kind of leave that wide receiver room as it is. Again, we brought in Amari Cooper for Def, but coincidental that signing happened the same day that Jacoby Myers went ahead and asked for a trade deal. It's just funny how that plays out. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and grab my other kid. Hang on 1 second. All right, y'all. So I had to get my girl out of her high chair. She was done eating. She had a little lunchy. So, all right. Let me know you guys' thoughts on who would be the next guy up if they decide to go ahead and bring in another guy as well. Would it be somebody from free agency? Would it be somebody from Def? You guys let me know. Again, appreciate everyone pulling up and rocking with me on this pull-up show, Thursday pull-up show. Appreciate everyone tapping in. Let's see here. Again, condolences to our guy Ardell. He lost his dog the other day, yesterday morning. Hey man, I feel you. I lost my dog a couple years ago, right before my daughter was born. My guy rocked with me for 15 years. 15 years. That's crazy. He was a good dog. Good dog. Got him chilling up in the mantle over here. But I got my other boy. He's a young pup. He's about 7. So helps. It helps. But yeah, man, I definitely know what you're feeling, man. But hey, salute to you, brother. I hope you feel better, man, for sure. Let's see. Let's see. Let me go ahead and get some questions. Shout out to my guy Rosan in the building. Appreciate you pulling up. Shout out to my guy CGR. What it do, my guy? Appreciate you pulling up. Salute. My guy CGR says trade Tucker's time to shine. There you go. I think Trey's gonna do the damn thing, dog. I don't really think we had to worry about it too much. I think he was above Amari on that depth chart on that receiver room. So you know what I mean? Rosa says, Spytech saying he stayed in communication with Cooper all this time, but Cooper never mentioned to him about retiring. Apparently, he didn't get that memo, dog. And I call it cap. I don't know how good he was working out in this offseason, bro. But, I just played a little clip of him at practice the other day, and he didn't look too good, man. He didn't look too good. Let's see. Shout out to Uncle Charles. Amari Cooper retired Roll Tide Alabama? Yes, sir, he is. Announced his retirement earlier today. A story broke by Ian Rappaport. Shout out to him. just letting us know that he has no intention, no desire to go ahead and play any more football. He wants to go ahead and bow his cap and bid a adieu of sorts. But yes, he is officially retired, announced his retirement. So he will now be part of this team in 2025 and moving forward. So it'd be surprising if he magically comes out of retirement maybe next year and 2 years from now and then tries to play for another team like a guy we had on our team last year, aka Michael Gallup. So let's see what's up. My guy Troy says Bachman from practice squad and bring in DeAndre Hopkins from free agents. There you go. And that would probably make more sense to make a move of that sort, where you call up a guy for this game and just have a depth piece, and then you can go ahead and sign in somebody else. Later on, and not having that pressure to go ahead and fill in that, to go ahead and get a signing that quick. So, shout out to Antsy. He says, Coop, no, don't go. He is gone. He has no intention of playing. Appreciate you, my guy, pulling up. Let's see here. So, let me go ahead and play this part. If you guys tapped in yesterday with the Raider Connection, I did play this clip of Jacoby on whether or not his thoughts on whether a deal gets done. And I wanted to go ahead and talk about that, especially since that money that was going to be allocated to Amari Cooper is now back available, because most likely that will be forfeited because he's retiring. So he will not be. Let me go ahead and pull this up real quick. Hang on one second, y'all. All right, here we go. This is Amari, y'all. I'm sorry, this is Jacoby on his thoughts on whether a deal gets done with the Brass. Here we go.
Do you think there's a chance the deal will get done, or you think it's not going to happen now?
I honestly don't even know, to be honest, but we're going to see. We all going to find out together. Whatever they want to do, they want to do, but I ain't tripping. If they don't, I'm going to be good regardless, you feel me? So we chilling.
Do you think there's
All right. So that was Jacoby on his thoughts on whether a deal gets done. He says, either way, whatever happens, it's all good. Hang on one second, guys. Sorry, y'all. I got somebody trying to solicit, and they're at the door, and they rang the bell. Dogs are going crazy. You already know what time it is. But Amari came out and basically said that either way, whatever happens, he's cool with it. He's here for his teammates and just wants to go ahead and play ball. Whether he gets additional money, get additional extension from all the work that he did, because that's what he feels that he deserves. He's cool with that either way. So, but let me ask you guys this. Does the Jacoby deal now get done? I definitely think this needs to be done ASAP. More than ever, you got to pay the man. He's been there all off season, has done everything that's been required of him up to this point. Everything has been required of him. His teammates went out and asked him, "Don't go." He's been part of practices. He's been doing everything that is required of him, voluntarily or involuntarily. So, guy went out and put up 1,000 yards with the subpar offense, subpar offensive coordinator and still made it happen. You had Brock Bowers, best tight end in the league, that he also had to go ahead and compete with, and still was able to go ahead and put 1,000 yards up. Now, they're not astronomical number, but 1,000 yards is pretty good. Yes, first 1,000-yard season, get it, but this is a situation, I think, where you have your best wide receiver, hands down in this room, needs to get paid. 100% needs to get paid. And whether that's going to be you give him his money that he has about 11 million coming to him this year, you either you make that guarantee, put that up front, and then sort it out next year, or you're going to go ahead and extend them for another 2 years, which makes more sense. Give Jack Bech time to go ahead and continue to develop. That only benefits him more. That only makes him even better. But you go ahead and make sure you take care of your prize wide receiver, because that is the best wide receiver you currently have in this room right now. Everybody else outside of Brock Bowers and Trey Tucker is unproven. It's unproven. You got Jack Bech, rookie, Dominic Thornton, rookie. We've seen what happens with Dante. He needs a little bit more development. That's going to come over time. But as of right now, definitely need to go ahead and pay him for sure. Let's see here. GMX says, we feel ya, love that guy, pay him 100%. There you go. Ardell says he much asking for. I don't think a $30 million player, good player, but we can't go over pay him, right? So this is the thing, guys. I know there's a lot of like speculation of he's asking for 30 million. Nobody knows the number. It could be 30 million, it could be in the high 20s, and we just don't know, right? Let me go ahead and put this out really quick. Hang on one second, y'all. And again, I talked about this yesterday, and if I put this up, it probably make a little bit more sense on why there's a disagreement as far as on the monies and whatnot. So Tashawn Reed put this out the other day. Shout out to our guy Raider Resistance. If you don't follow Raider Resistance, make sure you guys go ahead and head on over to Instagram and also Twitter and follow my guy Raiders Resistance with the fire content. But he did put this out the other day saying from Tashawn Reed saying Raiders disagreed that Jacoby deserved an extension. So they weren't even thinking about an extension. They're not thinking about an extension, at least up to this point. That could change, but that is basically what's going on. He wants to go ahead and stay in Las Vegas, stay with the Raiders for next couple of years or whatever. They're not seeing that way. I don't know if it's because they're hoping to go ahead and see what Jack Bech kind of pans out, or if Dante Thornton really kind of breaks out, and they can kind of go ahead and move on from Jacoby at this point. But as of right now, that is what the deal is kind of going down, is that the Raiders don't feel that Jacoby deserves a contract extension at this point in time. So it's not really so much about the money. It could just be flat out that they just don't want to extend him. And a guy who feels that he's done, more than enough for him to get some guaranteed money on his play and get an extension to be here for the next couple of years with a team that he really likes playing with. You got to keep this guy. Now, remember, Spytek, when he first came into the office, he was like, well, we're not going to go ahead and let talent just walk out the door. So what's up now? Because you have talent right in front of you, and are you really going to go ahead and let that walk out the door? I don't know. You shouldn't. You should not. If that's your message to the league, to Raider Nation, you don't let that walk out the door. You don't. But you guys let me know your thoughts. Again, do you guys think that the Kobe deal gets done or it doesn't, or towards the end of the season? What do you guys feel about that? Let me continue going on through the chat. Ardell says he's still on the contract, has to show up. He doesn't have to show up. I mean, he's gonna get fined, but if you, I think it's what, like 10, 15,000 a day or a week or something like that. I don't really know what the figure is, but there's been dudes on the league that they sit out. It's not in his best interest to do so because he's not that top wide receiver for him to be able to go ahead and do something like that. It is more in his best interest to show up, be able to go ahead and play the season out, put his really resume together for the next team, his prospective next team if they decide to go ahead and test free agency. Again, we don't know, right? Let's see. Ardell says, I'm fine with the fair market deal. I'm not fine with overpaying him because your room is unproven. I agree with that. You got to pay him fairly. I've said anywhere from 25 and below is probably fair. You're looking at probably 20, 22, 23. That would be something more ideal. And that might be the case what he's asking for. We don't know. Again, putting that up, what I just put up, that the Raiders are now even looking to go ahead and extend him, that might be the situation in hand, and that's where the disagreement falls. Because obviously he's going to be like, you know what? I deserve to go ahead and get some money coming to me, either pay me or trade me, and that's kind of at the point we're at. But he's still showing up to practice. He's still doing all the things required required of him. And he's going to be there on Sunday. He's going to go ahead and play his ass off, and that's all we can go ahead and ask for. We just got to go ahead and look at the regime, look at Spytech. Hey, you got to go ahead and take care of him, do right by him, and make sure you guys, pay the man, take care of him for sure. Yes, sir. See, Troy says just pay him. Facts. My guy CGR says hit that link up top to become a member. Appreciate you guys. Daddy daycare in full effect. My boy here is teething. He's 7 months, or he's about to be 7 months, in about 13 days. So he got his 2 bottom teeth, so he's a little bit cranky. It's been kind of rough few days, but we're getting through it. He wants to go ahead and just be part of the show, huh, buddy? Yeah. Tell him what's up. Let's see here. Ardell says, can the Raiders franchise tag him next year? I think they can potentially. He's on his last year now, so it would have happened this year. It should have happened this year if that was the case, because he doesn't have any guaranteed money. This is his last year. He's under contract, so that would have happened this year. So, see, T. Higgins franchise tag at 22, huh? Let's see. Shout out to my guy Rorschach says, I don't give 2 turtle shits about Amari's situation. Didn't want him here anyway. Yeah, see, that's what he feels. But salute to him and his future endeavors. Facts, my guy. Appreciate you pulling up. Salute. But let me go ahead and go back to that poll real quick. Again, I asked you guys earlier, how do you feel about Coop retiring? I don't care. He wasn't going to do anything. I don't like it. Waste of time and money. I am happy for him. Happy retirement. 42% say I don't care. He wasn't going to do anything. 31%, I am happy for him. Happy retirement. And 27% say I don't like it. It was a waste of time and money. 26 votes currently casted. If you haven't done so, if you're on Twitter, make sure you guys head on over to YouTube. Go ahead and cast your vote. Let your voice be heard. Appreciate you guys tapping in and rocking with me on this Thursday breaking news. Oh my God. Yeah. You're very upset about Amari gone. Shout out to my guy Bueno in the building. Salute. Appreciate you pulling up. Let's see. Yep, he said 2 reptile turds. Oh man, that's funny. Let's see here. Yeah. But yeah, let me know what you guys' thoughts as far as do you think a Jacoby deal gets done now? Do you think it's going to happen towards the midseason, end of the season, or doesn't happen at all? They let him play out his final contract. He has no guaranteed money left on the books. That's it. Or do you guys think an extension will happen at the end of the season and it would be a 2 year, or they just give him his money that is coming to him up front and they make that guaranteed? How do y'all feel? And that would put him at 11 million for the year. They would give that guaranteed, so he can go ahead and make sure you have some guaranteed monies. Oh, you're tired, buddy? It's okay. We're almost done. All right. But again, appreciate you guys rocking with me on this Thursday pull up. Again, Amari Cooper retires from football. That announcement came in earlier today, about 2 hours ago. Broke by Ian Rappaport, letting Amari letting the Raiders know he has no desire, he has no intention of playing the rest of the season and football in general, but he wants to go ahead and retire. So that official Amari Cooper reunion that has folded up like a tent. So, but that is the news as of this week. Probably the biggest news coming out of Las Vegas. Raiders losing a receiver. So, next man up mentality. Do they call up somebody from depth? Do they bring in somebody free agent? Again, you guys let me know your thoughts. My thoughts on it obviously was to go ahead and bring in somebody from depth. Give a guy like Cedric Jackson an opportunity, or Alex Bachman, to go ahead and come in and be part of the roster. Again, I know. You're tired, huh? Okay. Let me get your bottle right now. Hang on one second, guys. Give me a second. I'm going to bud this. All right. There we go. Okay. So, had to put my boy down. So, you guys let me know your thoughts and and you guys put in your questions. Let me know your thoughts on whether or not the Raiders go out and get another wide receiver from free agency, or call in somebody from the practice squad. All right. But let me go ahead and check on that poll real quick. Again, I asked you guys, how do you feel about Coop retiring? We're still at 42%. I don't care. He wasn't going to do anything. If you guys haven't done so, make sure you guys head on over to YouTube. If you're on Twitter, let me go ahead and put up the link really quick. Make sure you guys go ahead and cast your vote. Hit that subscribe button. Let's see here. I'm going to go ahead and put up that link. All right. There we go. All right, y'all. Got that link pinned up in the chat. There we go. Cool. So if you're on Twitter, make sure you guys go ahead and head on over to YouTube. Smash that subscribe button. Hit that bell for the notifications. Again, if once news goes on, I go on. Don't want to be left out in the dark. Hit that subscribe button. Hit those likes as well. Does go ahead and support the show, help the show get out in the YouTube algorithm as well. Appreciate everybody rocking with me. Again, this is going to be a short show. Get your final questions in, guys. I got to go ahead and do the dad daycare in just a bit. Shout out to my guy, Raiders Fool Chris, my guy, Jay Raider, and the nation. Happy first day of the season, y'all. Yes, sir. We got some games coming up tonight. Let me go ahead and see who plays tonight. Cowboys and the Eagles tonight at 5:20 Pacific on the West Coast. Tomorrow's Chiefs versus the Queefs versus the Chokers. I think that's on, and I believe that's on YouTube for free. And then obviously we kick the damn thing off on Sunday. Shout out to my guy Raider Jeff, Mr. Host with the boast the most, Mr. Host, doing the damn thing in Boston. Shout out to him. He has a whole bunch of events out in Boston. So if you guys are heading to New England, I hope you guys are, because unless you're leaving tomorrow, make sure you guys go ahead and connect to my guy Raider Jeff. He's the one really putting out all the major events out in Boston and New England area, Rhode Island. Shout out to him, to my guy Jeff. Let me see if I can go ahead and find that link really quick. I know he's probably sleeping right now. Oh my God. Let's see here. Shout out to my guy Desert Raider in the building. Salute to you, brother. Appreciate you pulling up. Yeah. There you go. Salute, brother. Appreciate you pulling up and rocking with me. Make sure you guys also tap in on Saturday for Good Morning Raiders. We are going to go ahead and have a special guest for Good Morning Raiders. We're going to have Miss Chantel Chad from Lockdown Raiders. She's part of the Raider squad. She does it with Lincoln Kennedy and Q Myers on Mondays and Thursdays, I believe. So I'm pretty sure they're going to go ahead and drop a video, a live, probably a little bit later as well. So make sure you guys go ahead and check out. Special shout out to my guy Q. He was on the show a month ago. Shout out to him. But we will have her on Good Morning Raiders on Saturday. So make sure you guys go ahead and hit that noti, 10 a.m. Pacific on the West Coast. Good Morning Raiders with myself and the Raider Rundown. We're going to do the damn thing. Shout out to Ron and Leo. They had their brief state of the nation just a little bit ago. Shout out to them. But let's see here. I am excited, guys, for Sunday. We finally get to go ahead and kick the damn thing off. And even despite Amari not being here, I still think we're going to be able to go ahead and pull off the win. I had the score prediction for Sunday that I gave yesterday. I called it 24-21. I'm still sticking on to that. I think we're like a 3-point underdog or 2.5 according to Jeff, and I'm still sticking to that field goal. So 24-21 Raiders will pull out the victory in New England, rob it, and that'll be great. That'll be great. Starting off 1-0, going into the home opener in Vegas. We're gonna be there. We're gonna do the damn thing, and it's gonna be a wild one. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Shout out to anybody who's going. Let me know. That way we can go ahead and link up. Got the pre-party on that Sunday, and then you got tailgate all Monday night. So you already know what time it is. It's gonna be a crazy one for sure. Let me see if I can find that from Jeff. I had it yesterday. That link tree. I have to go to his YouTube account. All right. Shout out to my guy Troy. He says 27-19 Raiders over Pats. There you go. Damn, bro. Fucking, what's that? 8 points. There you go. Crazy. My guy Rorschach says, Jay, the two things are for certain: death and taxes, which we all cannot escape. Facts, bro. Facts. Let's see. My guy Rorschach says, shout out to Mod Monster, an original mod for the CGR. This man should have the mod status anywhere. Hey, my boy showing up. He didn't show up for a while, and I finally got him over to come here. I appreciate him. First, you already know, man. Y'all got to be present. So, I think making CGR one of them. I think it's gonna come really soon for sure. Okay, here we go. Let me copy this link. This is so again. If you guys are oops. Okay. Why is this not coming out right? Go to link tree. Okay, I got a copy of this away. Sorry. All right, there you go, y'all. So if you guys are in the New England area this weekend for the game, make sure you guys go ahead and click that link. That is the link. Jeff is spearheading all the events out of New England. They're doing a Al Davis memorial at his birthplace in Broxton, Massachusetts, and they'll have you can go ahead and be part of the bus caravan that they're doing all the way from Rhode Island to Broxton, from that Blake's Tavern all the way up there, and they bring you back as well. So it's a round trip. So all that's in that link that I just posted up on YouTube. I'll go ahead and post it on Twitter as well. Hang on one second. All right. Let me get back in here. Put that also on Twitter. So yeah, if you guys are out in the New England area, go ahead and click that link, and you'll get access to, or you'll be able to go ahead and look up all the events. He has a whole itinerary. This dude is going all out, so for sure. But we can still go out and get Gabe if we really wanted to. We would obviously have to go ahead and put him on the active roster. Buffalo would have to go ahead and officially sign off on it at the end. But it is definitely a possibility to go ahead and get Gabe Davis even from the practice squad if that is the intention of the Raiders. Again, we checked out some of that free agency list on Spot Track. Not a whole lot out there. Nelson Aguilar is out there on the older side. Tyler Boyd is out there. He's about 30 years old. And then the list kind of goes on. At this point, it's kind of slim pickings. So we'll see. Misguided Angel says Raiders were going to cut Amari so he retired. I guess, bro. I mean, either or. I mean, I'm not even saying that that's not true or that could not be true, because we watched the tape. He was having a hard time practicing. He was having a hard time trying to keep up with everybody. We heard that his route tree is not the same as it was before. So yeah, I could see that potentially being a thing too. So I don't know. We'll see. Hey, appreciate you, my guy. I'm a hat guy, bro. I love my hats. So I got quite a few hats over there as well. But let me go ahead and go off to the poll. Make sure you guys get your question in. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up in just a bit. My boy's calling me. Daddy daycare. Got to get back to daddy daycare in a bit. I asked you guys earlier, how do you feel about Coop retiring? Again, I asked you guys. I put up, I don't care. He wasn't going to do anything. I don't like it. Waste of time and money. And I am happy for him. Happy retirement. 47% say, I don't care. He wasn't going to do anything. 20% say, I'm happy for him. Happy retirement. And 25% say, I don't like it. Waste of time and money. 32 votes casted in. Appreciate everyone pulling up and rocking with me and casting your vote, letting your voice be heard. Appreciate everyone pulling up on this Thursday Thursday afternoon show. Misguided says, "I think is it could be the thing. I wouldn't be surprised if something comes out in like probably the next day or so, saying exactly that, because that makes sense. If you start looking at the footage of practice, you see him struggling. So, I don't know what kind of conditioning. I don't know what he was doing, and more like earlier in the off season to kind of stay in shape. Probably not much. I don't know what he told Spytech to make him think that he was like in pretty good condition where he can just come in and just get plugged in right away, because that didn't look like the case. So I don't know, but yeah. Other than that, guys, I appreciate you guys rocking with me on this Thursday. Again, make sure you guys go ahead and pull up for the Saturday show, Good Morning Raiders, with myself and the Raider Rundown. We have a very special guest. It's going to be a hot one. We're going to get more into an Amari retirement and whatnot. So make sure you guys pull up for that one. But that is my time, y'all. Kids already calling me daddy daycare. They're full effect. But hey, appreciate you guys. Love. Till next time, y'all. Just Raiders. We'll see y'all next time. Peace.